Have you ever wondered about economic systems where the idea of who owns what is fundamentally different from what we often see around us? Where the very means of creating goods and services are not privately held, but belong to the community. Social ownership of production fundamentally changes how an economy operates by placing the means of producing wealth, like factories, land, and technology, under collective control, rather than private ownership. This means decisions about what to produce, how to produce it, and how to distribute the benefits are made for the common good, not primarily for private profit. The core principle behind social ownership stems from a critique of capitalism, which argues that private ownership of the means of production leads to exploitation, inequality, and crises. By shifting ownership to the collective, the aim is to eliminate the capitalist profit motive as the primary driver and instead prioritize social needs and equitable distribution. This collective control can manifest in various forms, from state ownership in centrally planned economies to worker cooperatives and publicly owned utilities, each reflecting different approaches to managing societal resources. To understand how this works in practice, consider different models. In state socialism, the government directly owns and manages industries, making production decisions through centralized planning. For instance, in a system with publicly owned healthcare, the infrastructure and services are provided by the state, aiming to ensure universal access based on need, not ability to pay. Worker cooperatives, on the other hand, involve employees collectively owning and democratically controlling their workplace, sharing profits and decision-making power. In such a model, workers directly influence their working conditions and the direction of the enterprise, aligning production with their collective interests. This concept is deeply tied to the idea of the social surplus, which is the value created by labor beyond what is necessary to reproduce that labor power. Under capitalism, this surplus is typically appropriated by private owners as profit. In a system of social ownership, this social surplus would ideally be reinvested into public services, infrastructure, or distributed more equitably among the workers and the community. This reorientation of the social surplus is a critical aspect of how social ownership aims to achieve economic justice and reduce class disparities. Ultimately, social ownership of production aims to reframe economic activity from a system driven by individual accumulation to one focused on collective well-being and democratic control. By altering the fundamental relationship between labor and capital, it seeks to create a more just and sustainable economic order, ensuring that society's productive capacity benefits everyone, not just a select few.